Ever wondered how the world of international relations is shaped, not just by power or money, but by ideas, beliefs, and identities? Welcome to a world where reality is constructed by human perception. This is social constructivism.
Unlike realism or liberalism, which see international relations as driven by fixed rules of power and competition, social constructivism asks us to think differently. It tells us that states, identities, and even international norms are constructed by human beings. This means the world is shaped as much by what we believe as it is by material forces. So, how do countries decide who is an ally and who is a rival? Why are some countries bound by international laws while others aren't? The answer lies not in material capabilities, but in social factors, norms, identities, cultures, and shared beliefs.
Let's break down some key concepts of social constructivism. Identity. In this theory, identity plays a crucial role. How a state perceives itself, democratic, authoritarian, peaceful, or aggressive, shapes how it interacts with other states. Norms. Norms are the unspoken rules that dictate what behaviours are acceptable. For example, why do most countries feel obligated to respect sovereignty? It's not just about laws, it's about shared beliefs, interests shaped by ideas. Constructivists argue that states don't just pursue interests like power or survival. Instead, their interests are shaped by ideas and values. This is why international cooperation often depends on common norms. The roots of social constructivism go back to the late 20th century, when scholars began questioning traditional theories like realism and liberalism. One of the most important thinkers is Alexander Wendt, who famously said, "Anarchy is what states make of it." Wendt's work was groundbreaking because he argued that even the idea of international anarchy, a world without a global government, is not an objective reality. It's a social construct, shaped by how states choose to interact with each other. Constructivism grew as a response to the limitations of traditional theories in explaining new global phenomena, things like the collapse of the Soviet Union, the rise of international organizations, and the increasing importance of human rights. Now, how does social constructivism differ from other major theories in international relations? Realism. Realists see the world as a dangerous place where states must pursue power to survive. But social constructivists would ask, why do states act this way? It's not just about survival, it's about the beliefs and identities states hold. Liberalism. Liberals focus on cooperation and institutions. Constructivists agree that these are important, but they emphasize that cooperation is only possible when states share common norms and ideas. Social constructivism isn't just a theory, it has real-world implications. Here are a few examples of how it plays out. Paris Climate Agreement, 2015. This global pact was shaped not just by economic interests, but by a shared belief in the need to combat climate change. Constructivism explains why even countries with different levels of development agreed on a common goal. Ending apartheid in South Africa. Global opposition to apartheid wasn't driven by material interests, but by a moral consensus that racism was unacceptable. International pressure, based on shared norms of equality, played a pivotal role. Of course, like any theory, social constructivism has its critics. Some argue that it's too vague. How can we measure ideas, identities, and norms? Others claim that it underestimates the importance of material factors like military power and economic wealth. But social constructivists respond that their theory doesn't ignore these factors. Instead, they argue that ideas and beliefs give meaning to material things. A nuclear weapon in the hands of one country may provoke fear, while in another it might symbolize protection. So, what does the future hold for social constructivism? As the world becomes more interconnected, and as issues like climate change, human rights, and global health dominate the agenda, social constructivism will continue to play a critical role in shaping how we understand international relations. In a world increasingly defined by global challenges, the ideas that shape our reality are more important than ever. Social constructivism teaches us that international relations are not just about power, but about the power of ideas.